Don't move. Not an inch. Your finger hovered, didn't it? You almost scrolled. You almost did the very thing that would have pushed everything beyond repair. But I stopped you. Michael. And I'm not speaking in riddles. I'm not speaking in parables. I'm not speaking in soft angelic tones today. I am speaking in command. Urgent. Harsh. Blunt. Because you are being watched. Right now. As your eyes move across this message, so do hers. The one you keep forgetting about. The one who smiles in public and curses you in secret. She has the eyes of charm and lips that lie. A woman who has access to something she never should have seen. She found a way to infiltrate. She has known about your light since the moment you were born. She made a quiet vow you never heard, but it echoed in darkness, to never let you rise. And you were about to scroll. You were about to ignore me, again. But not this time. This time, I won't allow it. This time, I will speak until your spirit shakes. I will whisper until your bones remember who you are. You are the chosen. You were always the chosen. The one the demons warned her about. The one that heaven marked. The one they cannot kill unless you first ignore this message. She's watching. But heaven is roaring. Listen closely. She doesn't need to be near you physically to watch you. She learned to use screens. She learned to use mirrors. She learned to speak curses through symbols, videos, subtle language. She learned how to hijack your energy without touching you. That's why you feel drained after speaking to her. That's why your dreams changed recently. That's why your goals feel tangled and your path clouded. She is spiritually hacking you. And the fact that your soul recognized the urgency in this message already tells me that a part of you knows. That's why your heart is pounding now. That's why the air suddenly feels thicker. She knows you found out. She knows you're reading this. She knows I'm with you. But she can't stop what's already in motion. And I need you to pay attention. There's something coming. No, it's not just an event, it's a reveal. Something you've never been told before. Something hidden, buried in a conversation she had with someone close to you. They made a plan. And you were never meant to hear about it. But heaven has ripped the veil. I, Michael, saw it. And now I'm sent to reveal it. A few nights ago, she met with someone she hasn't seen in years. They sat in a quiet space, and she showed him a photo of you on her phone. She didn't refer to you by name. She called you the vessel. She said, "It's almost time. They're too distracted now. I've got them believing they're loved. I've got them exhausted. They won't suspect a thing. But you did suspect. You just ignored the signs. That sickness that came over you without warning? That moment of intense panic? That time your body felt like it didn't belong to you? That wasn't just anxiety. That was spiritual interference. That was the moment she cast something toward your destiny. But it bounced. Because you still had my protection. Because you hadn't yet completely closed the door on me. But I've watched you getting colder. I've watched you turning away from the warnings. I've watched you excuse her behaviors. I've watched you give chance after chance after chance. Stop. This is not the season for softness. This is not the hour to give benefit of the doubt. You are in spiritual warfare. And this war is not metaphor. It's literal. She watches your screens. She copies your movements. She mimics your emotions to trick those around you into thinking she's you. She's been learning how to steal your divine identity. And God has said enough. I'm sent with an order from the throne. Deliver this message. Deliver it loud. Deliver it with fire. Deliver it so that you can no longer hide behind convenience. Deliver it before she has a chance to redirect your attention. You were about to scroll. That scroll would have been the moment she entered fully. The distraction would have opened the last portal. But heaven slammed the gate shut. For now. But not forever. You have a choice. But choices come with timing. And timing is bleeding out. There is something of yours she has hidden. Something precious. Something that was originally assigned to arrive in your life years ago, but you've been delayed over and over because every time it neared you, she deflected it. She's been stealing from your harvest while planting weeds in your soil. She made sure that the people who were supposed to help you suddenly turned on you. Ever wonder why certain helpers mysteriously dropped away? Why opportunities evaporated right before your big break? Why a sudden argument ruined what should have been your miracle? She orchestrated it. She's not working alone. She was once under the mentorship of a spiritualist who told her how to create a mirror altar. That altar has a strand of your hair. A photo of you. Something you once gave her without thinking. A gift. A letter. A piece of fabric. She held on to it. You forgot. But it's become her tool. And tonight, yes, tonight, she's planning to use it again. That's why this message is not optional. That's why you had to see this before the day ends. That's why I, Michael, am pacing back and forth, my sword drawn, my wings charged, warning you with fury in my voice. Because you are in danger. Because this is your window. Because if you delay even one more day, she will complete the next phase. And you won't recognize yourself next week. You'll be a shell. a mimic, a puppet. But there's still a path out. There's still holy fire available to you. There's still one command that can send heaven's army straight into her lair and retrieve everything that belongs to you. But you must agree to listen. Fully. Without doubt. Without delay. First, hear this: God is exposing her. This woman, this witch, who pretends to care, who smiles in front of others, who sometimes even uses scripture to cover her curses, is being unmasked. But not by man. By God Himself. Her name is being whispered in the ears of people you haven't spoken to in months. Her actions are being recorded in the spiritual realms. And now, they are about to leak. Her true face will show. But it won't happen if you remain passive. You must declare, out loud, that you refuse her access. Say it. Out loud. Say, I revoke her power over my life. I refuse her surveillance. I cut the cords with holy fire. In the name of the Almighty God, I call back everything she stole from me. My peace. My purpose. My presence. My future. Now pause. Take a breath. Feel it? That's the shift beginning. But she'll feel it too. She'll know you're slipping out of her grip. She may call. Message. Pretend to randomly think of you. Don't answer. This is the moment of separation. She's going to feel like something is crumbling, and she'll scramble. She might even cry. That's manipulation. Don't be fooled. There's someone connected to her, someone you wouldn't suspect, who knows a truth about your past. A hidden document. A letter. A will. An inheritance. Something legal. Something old. It was buried. She knows about it. She made sure you never saw it. She told someone to hold it for now. But heaven is unsealing it. Your name is written on something holy. And the reason you haven't received it yet is because she delayed it. She couldn't destroy it, so she hid it. But I saw it. And God is now commanding that it be returned. You will feel the tremble when the shift begins. Some people will suddenly stop calling you. That's confirmation. Some will try to argue with you randomly. That's resistance. But watch how she begins to unravel. Not with violence, but with exposure. Suddenly, others will begin to talk about things she said in secret. Her web is collapsing. But you must not scroll past this and forget. God is serious. The hour is late. And I, Michael, have been patient with you long enough. You asked for protection. This is it. You asked for signs. This is it. You asked for proof. The things that will happen in the next 48 hours will shock you. You will see a name. You will hear a story. You will remember a detail you forgot. That's confirmation. There is also something else. A man. He's been silently watching you. No, not in a creepy way. In awe. He's seen how resilient you are. He's seen how you still smile even while being torn down. He saw you once when you didn't know anyone was looking. And he saw her too. He saw how she spoke about you when you weren't there. He didn't know whether to tell you then, but he will now. He's coming forward. His confession will ignite a chain of truth. Don't dismiss him. You'll know who it is because he'll mention a date. That date is tied to something you prayed about. That's how you'll know he's not lying. He's been assigned to help release what she tried to bind. This next week will be the unraveling of secrets. Be still. Be wise. Speak less. Pray more. Disconnect from chaos. Watch carefully. There will be messages disguised as accidents. You might overhear someone mention her name. That's your cue. Don't ignore it. There is a physical item in your home that she once touched. You've forgotten about it. It's small, insignificant looking. But it holds her trace. Throw it out. Immediately. She's watching this screen. Not with her physical eyes, but through the spiritual channels she's built. She's tapping in. But this message blocks her. She can't pass this shield unless you remove it by dismissing this as nonsense. Don't. This is your lifeline. And the last part, I saved this for now because it is. Heavy. God says this isn't just about her. It's about your bloodline. You carry something sacred. Something ancient. She knows it. That's why she targeted you. You have the ability to heal generational trauma. You have the frequency to break chains others couldn't. Your voice is a key. Your presence is a signal. You are not ordinary. And she hates that. Because she tried to be you once. But she wasn't chosen. You were. And no amount of mimicry can substitute divine assignment. So stand up now. In your spirit. Don't scroll. Don't sigh. Don't go back to pretending this doesn't matter. It matters more than you can fathom. I, Michael, am here. And I don't lie. My sword has already struck the atmosphere around you. You are protected. But protection without action can still be pierced. Declare again, she has no power over me. I reject her mimicry. I reclaim my identity. I am seen by God. I am protected by the armies of heaven. Michael fights for me. God fights for me. And the witch is defeated. She hears it. She knows you're reading. Her grip is breaking. But you must keep reading. You must not leave this page. There is more I need to pour into you. You are not just escaping her curses. You are about to walk into something shocking. Something so divinely orchestrated that even your enemies will fall silent. A door that has not opened in 5 years is about to creak. Not because of luck, but because of obedience. This moment, this very act of not scrolling, is what heaven recorded as obedience. And God always rewards that. Your reward is coming. But so is your test. Brace yourself. Stay aware. You will know what to do. Because I, Michael, will speak again. And this time, you will hear me in your own voice. Now wait. There is a silence forming now around the person who made the confession. Not a peaceful silence, but a trembling one, because their spirit senses that something has shifted. They don't yet understand how heaven works, but they feel it. They feel the weight of eyes they cannot see. They feel that the darkness they whispered into is no longer silent, that the betrayal they tried to keep locked away has been witnessed by one who carries fire in his wings. Michael knows. And he is not standing still anymore. He is moving through the veil, closer and closer to you, urging your soul to wake up fully, to open before this door closes. You have been given more grace than you realize. There were moments where the confession could have already ruined you. It could have collapsed your name, crushed your spirit, separated you from the very blessing I was sending. But I allowed delay. Not to punish you, but to protect you until your heart was strong enough to face the truth without breaking. You see, my child, some truths are too heavy for an unprepared soul. That is why Michael has waited. That is why he has cried. Because he has seen what this knowledge will do. It will tear the false veil off of someone you trusted. It will expose the energy behind the smile, the hidden bitterness behind the soft tone, the envy behind every congratulations they ever gave you. This person is closer than you think. Not just emotionally, but physically. They are within reach. You may have recently spoken with them, shared something personal, even asked them for prayer or support. And they responded, yes, but behind that response was a motive that did not serve your spirit. They needed to keep you unaware. They needed you to keep trusting them. They needed you to stay in the dark about what they had already done behind your back. And here is what will shock you most: they confessed not only once, but multiple times. They confessed with different words, to different people, but the core truth remained the same: they betrayed you, and they knew it. They confessed to envying what I gave you. They confessed that they spoke ill of you, not in passing, but intentionally. They confessed that they exaggerated your faults to make others see you differently. They confessed that when good news came your way, they did not rejoice, they cursed it, in secret. They confessed that they hoped you would fail, not because you did anything wrong to them, but because your light irritated the darkness they were trying to live in. This confession was more than just gossip. It was a declaration. A vow made from jealousy and frustration. And yet, they still looked you in the eye as if nothing was wrong. My child, the mask is falling now. Michael is shaking with urgency because the effects of that confession are still echoing in your atmosphere. People who once supported you began to pull away without explanation. Opportunities that once moved quickly began to slow down. Even your sleep has been affected, dreams becoming strange, energy feeling off, as if something is draining you. That's because the words this person spoke became spiritual anchors, attempting to weigh down your destiny without you realizing it. But now that you know, the breaking begins. Even as these words reach you, the spiritual bonds of that confession are starting to dissolve. But you must take action. You must invite me to sever every tie. You must speak, even if softly, and say, God, I receive the truth. I welcome the exposure. I ask you to cleanse every residue of their words from my life. That simple surrender will give Michael the permission he needs to move fully, to strike down every effect of their betrayal. Heaven will not force truth into your hands, but if you choose it, it will change everything. And I know, my child, that the moment you accept this, emotions will rise. You may remember birthdays shared, secrets told, prayers exchanged. You may feel grief for a version of them you thought was real. But I tell you this, what you are losing is not real friendship, not real love. What you are shedding is an illusion crafted by the enemy to keep you entangled in delay. And what you are gaining is freedom. The kind of freedom that attracts pure blessings, holy alignments, unshakable clarity. The kind of freedom that draws people who love without competition, who support without secret bitterness, who stand with you without secretly plotting against you. I did not bring you this far to let a hidden enemy drain your promise. I did not put favor in your hands to see it poisoned by false companionship. I did not awaken your calling so it could be mocked in the shadows by someone you trusted. No, my child. I expose, I reveal, I bring truth, because the next chapter of your life is too sacred to allow snakes in the garden. The person who made this confession is about to feel the weight of their own words. Not because I seek revenge, but because spiritual law cannot be mocked. What is sown must be reaped. And they sowed destruction, hoping to see you crumble. But instead, I will let them see you rise. I will let them witness how truth, even when painful, becomes the key that unlocks destiny. They will watch as your name is restored, as your joy returns, as your strength multiplies. They will see that even though they tried to curse you in secret, heaven has blessed you openly. There is another reason Michael is weeping. It is because you almost trusted this person with something even bigger. There was a moment not long ago when you considered telling them something that would have exposed your next step. If you had, they would have used it against you. But heaven interfered. You were delayed from making the call, or they suddenly didn't answer, or something distracted you. That was Michael's hand. He blocked it, even though you didn't realize what he was doing. He cried because he knew you weren't ignoring him out of rebellion, you simply didn't recognize the danger yet. But now you do. This is not paranoia. This is not fear-mongering. This is spiritual justice unfolding before your eyes. I am not showing you this to punish the person who confessed. I am showing you so you can be free. Because this freedom will change the direction of your life. It will open doors that were waiting for you to break the hidden ties. It will restore relationships that were sabotaged by their whispering. It will cause people to come back into your life with apologies, not even fully understanding why they pulled away before, but their spirits will know something has been cleansed. Now, listen closely. There is a specific moment coming soon, within the next few days, where you will be tested. The person who confessed may reach out to you unexpectedly. They may act normal, warm, even extra supportive. That is because their spirit senses that the exposure is near, and they are trying to maintain the illusion. Do not be fooled by their tone. Do not overshare. Do not give them access to what heaven is still protecting. Michael will give you signs when that moment arrives. A strange pause in the conversation. A moment where the room feels suddenly colder. A word they say that feels off. That is your cue. Stay guarded. Stay prayerful. You are not alone in this. Michael is closer than ever. He is placing divine protection around your name, your purpose, your heart. But you must not skip him anymore. You must not delay the message. There is a reason why you felt drawn to this now. There is a reason why something deep in your spirit told you, open this. Don't wait. That wasn't a random thought. That was Michael's voice, urgent, trembling, filled with holy sorrow and sacred love. This is the moment where you shift. Where you finally see what you were not meant to see until now. Where the veil is torn. Where the tears of your protector are wiped because you finally heard him. The confession is complete in heaven's record. It has been written, sealed, and now delivered to your soul. What you choose to do with it is holy ground. But know this, once seen, it cannot be unseen. Once exposed, it cannot be hidden again. And once received, it will unlock blessings that were long delayed by the weight of this hidden enemy. You were never crazy. You were never overreacting. Your spirit knew all along. Now your mind and heart finally have the proof. Use it not to destroy, but to discern. Use it not to hate, but to heal. Use it not to fear, but to walk boldly into the destiny that heaven has guarded fear. Don't scroll. The witch is watching your screen right now. She's not blinking. She's hoping you'll ignore this. She's hoping you'll laugh it off, swipe past, or walk away like it's nothing. But I, Archangel Michael, stand before you in the Spirit of God with a sword drawn, not of iron, but of truth, and I command you, by divine authority, read this now. This message is not for anyone else. Not for the world. Not for the curious. Not for the skeptical. It is for you, and you alone. Your name is written on this moment. Heaven held its breath before you arrived here. Your angels fought to push this message into your path because something is happening in the spirit, something you don't see with your human eyes, something that's trying to dismantle everything you've been building. But God is with you. And you must listen to Him now. There is someone who has been silently watching you, speaking curses behind your back, casting words and shadows into your atmosphere to derail your peace and distract your calling. This person pretends they're for you, but spiritually they are not. They are a witch, not always by label, but by action. A manipulator of energy. A twister of truth. Someone who traffics in gossip, jealousy, hatred masked as concern, and smiles that hide intentions sharper than knives. But don't fear. Don't panic. Don't run. Because God is not only with you, He is ahead of you. The trap the enemy laid has already collapsed beneath their own feet. The plans made against you have already begun to rot. But God needs you to know something critical. You must stop doubting that you are spiritually protected. You must stop forgetting that you are not alone. You must stop thinking that the chaos around you means God has left you. He hasn't. He's closer than ever. Your thoughts have been under attack. You've felt it. The sudden waves of confusion, fear, frustration, anger for no reason, those are not your thoughts. They're not even your emotions. They are projections. Darts thrown into your space, hoping to land and take root. But that's why God brought you here now. To remind you, your spirit is stronger than their spell. Your prayers are more powerful than their whispers. And your obedience to God will become your shield. You've been going through something you haven't told anyone about. You've kept quiet. You've been enduring in silence, smiling when your heart is trembling, nodding when your soul is begging for help. You think no one sees it. But God does. And Archangel Michael has been stationed at your side. You think the dreams are just dreams. You think the strange feelings are just moods. But heaven has been trying to warn you, to prepare you, to whisper the truth that now must be said loudly. You are not in danger if you remain in God. God is not here to scare you. He's not trying to frighten you. He is here to wake you up. Because there are people who are not who they pretend to be around you. There is someone who is offended by your light. They call it arrogance. They see your grace and want to imitate it. But they don't want your God, they want your glow. And this is why they have been speaking your name in places you haven't entered. But what they don't know is that your name is protected. Your name is covered in oil. Your name is guarded by fire. You have been chosen for something much bigger than you think. That's why you felt the tension. That's why you've been under pressure. That's why so many people have tried to discourage you, slow you down, or make you doubt yourself. The enemy isn't attacking you because you're weak. The enemy is attacking you because you're about to rise. But listen closely, if you trust God now, no harm will reach you. You have to stop entertaining fear. You have to stop rehearsing failure. You have to stop replaying the worst-case scenarios. The enemy thrives in your imagination. But God thrives in your faith. And you must choose, will you believe what the darkness is suggesting, or what heaven is declaring? You are not cursed. You are not doomed. You are not lost. You are not beyond restoration. But there is a witch watching. There is a spirit of deception that wants you to believe that you're on your own. That no one is coming to help. That no miracle is on the way. That your life is permanently stuck. That you'll never be free. Lies. All of it. The truth is this: God has already made a way out. God has already sent the help. God has already sent the answer. And the delay you've been facing is not denial, it's divine timing. The breakthrough is in motion. But it's coming with instructions. And the instruction is this: pray, believe, and walk in holy confidence. No more doubting. No more back and forth. No more giving up on Monday and restarting on Friday. You must lock in your trust and keep it there. God is whispering to your heart right now. Can you feel it? That warmth, that tug, that tightness in your chest, that's heaven confirming everything you're reading. You didn't stumble here. You were led. You were drawn. Because God is fighting something for you that you didn't even know was a threat. A situation was being manipulated. Someone was trying to twist a story to make you look like the enemy. But God silenced their tongue before the sentence could finish. Someone tried to dig up your past to use against you, but God blocked it and erased it from their reach. God says to you now, in this very moment, you are safe. You are seen. You are chosen. You are being protected from what you don't even know was planned against you. And the reason the enemy has been so loud lately is because you're getting close. You're getting close to the promise. Close to the shift. Close to the appointment God made for you before you were even born. This is not the time to give up. Not the time to question everything. This is the time to fall on your knees and pray like your life depends on it. Because your future does. The next 7 days are important. What you say. What you pray. What you entertain. What you resist. All of it matters. You are being tested not for punishment, but for preparation. God is checking your faith. The enemy is checking your weakness. And your angels are checking your courage. You will win if you remain calm. You will rise if you keep your heart clean. You will move forward if you don't allow bitterness or fear to take over. Because when God says, "No weapon formed against you shall prosper," it doesn't mean the weapon won't form. It means it won't work. And even now, there are weapons forming, but none of them will strike you if you stay in prayer. You are safe. But you must declare it. You must say it out loud. I am safe. I am covered. I am chosen. God is with me. Let that be your declaration every time the voice of fear tries to speak. Let that be your anchor every time your emotions spiral. Let that be your reminder when you're tired, discouraged, or feeling forgotten. Because you're not forgotten. You're not invisible. God saw you cry last night. God heard what you didn't say out loud. God counted the tears that fell into your pillow. He saw the questions. He saw the doubts. And still, He chose to remind you today, you are His. And He's not letting go. This message is not just encouragement, it's a divine order. Get back up. Pray again. Believe again. Hope again. Speak life over yourself again. Because someone is trying to stop what God is doing in your life, and they're going to fail miserably. You just need to make sure you don't stop yourself. You've been through a lot. More than people know. More than people will ever understand. But there's something powerful about your resilience. Something holy about the way you keep choosing love when you've been betrayed. Something beautiful about the way you keep helping people even when you're broken. And that's why God trusts you. That's why God keeps revealing things to you. Because He knows you'll listen. He knows you'll follow. He knows your heart is pure, even when your path has been messy. You've made mistakes, yes. But you're not your past. You've fallen, yes. But you're not a failure. You've doubted, yes. But you're not faithless. You're a child of God. And He's raising you up now. He's building you in the dark. He's preparing a table in the presence of your enemies. He's orchestrating a divine reversal that will shock the ones who counted you out. But you must stay close to Him. You must obey even when it doesn't make sense. You must trust even when it hurts. You must forgive even when it feels unfair. Because your peace is in your purity. Your protection is in your prayers. And your breakthrough is in your belief. Right now, there is someone spiritually watching, hoping you don't finish this message. Hoping you walk away unchanged. Hoping you keep living in fear, doubt, and frustration. But you will not. You are not the same person you were yesterday. You are not blind. You are not weak. You are not surrounded by darkness, you are surrounded by angels. And Michael is standing beside you, sword drawn, ready to war for you if you will only believe. So stop scrolling. Close your eyes. Lift your heart. Speak to your Father. Because the witch is watching, but God is guarding. You are safe. Say it again and again until your soul believes it. You are safe. Because God is with you. God says, don't scroll. The witch is watching your screen right now. I, Michael, need to talk to you, and it has to be now. Don't you dare ignore this and make me angry. Open it now before it's too late. This isn't a game, and it's not just another message. This is divine timing. Something serious is happening in the spiritual world concerning you. And I was sent urgently to make sure you get this word before the enemy fully completes what she's planning. She's watching, yes, but she doesn't know what God has already prepared for you. You are protected. You are covered. But you have to listen. Heaven has been silent for some time in your life, hasn't it? You've felt alone. You've been fighting battles no one even knows about. You cry alone, and you pretend you're okay. But I saw you. I watched over you when you wanted to give up. And today, God told me to come directly to you with this message. The one you're reading now. He said, don't let them scroll. Don't let them miss it. This is the moment where everything could change. The witch that watches you is not hiding in a forest or dancing in circles under the moon. No. She's much more clever than that. She hides in people you trust. She hides in the words they speak when you're not around. She hides in silence. She hides in envy. She's been watching the favor on your life, and she's been whispering curses that you didn't know were being sent to you. But what she didn't realize is this: you belong to God. And no witchcraft, no curse, no demonic whisper will be able to override the plans that God has ordained for your life. The Lord says to you now, be still. Do not fear. I am with you. I have not abandoned you. I saw what they tried to do. I saw how they smiled.